Hi, it is 9:30 p.m. on Friday the 9th of October, and it is time for Today in My Poo Journal. How are ya? Hope you're good. Now, let's have a look. I did a little bit of dread work last night. Not a huge amount, just a little bit here and there. I edited and uploaded Today in My Poo Journal. I knit a little bit. I don't know if my mic just picked up. There's apparently hysterical laughter next door, which is really, really good because 12 hours ago there was screaming, shouting, effing and blinding. So, yeah. I did have a drink, I had chips last night, so I crafted. Yeah, my neighbour next door, he is fucking volatile, man. Most nights he screams and shouts. Punched a wall a couple of nights ago and all this lot. I think he's a gamer. You know, I think he plays a game because one night I walked past and I looked because he leaves his curtains open quite late. And one night I walked past and looked and he was playing FIFA. And I think he's a gamer and he gets frustrated and loses his rag with the game and shouts at the game. But I know he also lives there with somebody. I mean, he told me when he moved in that he was sharing a house with his aunt and uncle because it's a big house, it's a 4-bed house, which I thought was a bit odd, but you know, I didn't say anything. And occasionally I do hear somebody shout back, but most nights it seems to be him on his own, effing and blinded at the TV. But he's in there watching with somebody, I think, because he's just started laughing at what I assume is the TV. I don't know. Right, did that. And yeah, he kicked off today and he was actually arguing with somebody today. And so I'm a bit like, you know, I don't really know what to do about it because I don't want to go around there because if I go around there, you know, it's gonna, he might take a, well, I don't think he'd take a pop at me, but it's gonna make things awkward, isn't it? If it turns out he's got fucking special needs or something, you know? I don't think he's violent but God, he's loud and, you know, he shouts things, you know, what the fuck is wrong with you? And, you know, and I'm just like, I don't know whether to just sort of say to him, look, dude, you know, we can hear you next door, or next time he's kicking off to maybe just phone the fucking police and say, I think there's a domestic going on because he's screaming and shouting in there, you know. Or what? I don't really know what to do. It's uncomfortable, you know. And he's only been in the house, what, a couple of years, and it's the thought of I could be living next to him for the next 20 fucking years. Okay, so where are we? We are on the 9th. We're filling in the 8th though, aren't we? So yeah, we filled all that in. Okay. New pen. Yes, I'm knackered as usual. Things obviously, as you may have gathered, have been quite stressful here in my house. And by that I mean my family. The last couple of weeks or so, and they are mega stressful. It's not going to get any better anytime soon. And of course I've got the wedding in 11 days time. You know, Callie's pregnant and she is having major symptoms. So yeah, she's bloated and she feels weird, you know, just all the pregnancy symptoms. And she's got the scan the day before the wedding. So, you know, although I'm sleeping at night, I seem to be suffering from mid-afternoon exhaustion. I'm absolutely cream crackered. And it doesn't matter how well I sleep. I went to bed, not last night, night before. I was in bed before 11 o'clock and asleep before 11 o'clock. And I slept all night long. And then I woke up the next day in pain because I'd not moved all night. I slept well again last night. I shouldn't be this tired, but I am. I'm fucking exhausted, and I just can't. I can't shake it. I can't get past it. I'm exhausted. Right. So I did my teeth this morning and my day face cream. My fucking lip stud fell out while I was eating lunch. Oh my god, that was like panic stations. Yeah, that lip stud, the one that I've only had pierced for what, a few months. Yeah, it fell out while I was eating lunch. One of the balls come off, and it's either down there somewhere, or I swallowed it. But I felt like the bar between my lips, so I spat it out. I finished my lunch, and then went up, and first time I've personally moved or removed or replaced that piece of jewellery. Luckily, it went in really, really well, and it doesn't feel too bad. Thankfully, I had a spare ball that I could put on the end of it, and I've actually put a slightly longer bar in, because the bar that was in there before, she put an 8mm bar in, and I thought after sort of a couple of weeks, I need a 9, and this bar used to be in my eyebrow, and I'm pretty sure it's a 9 because I laid it down next to the bar that was in my lip earlier, and it's just ever so slightly longer. So it's got the ball from my eyebrow bar on the bottom and the gem that was on there originally on the top, and it just looks like it's sitting better. It doesn't feel quite so tight. I mean, it feels a little bit bruised because obviously I've had to fiddle with it, and I've a couple of times today I've checked to make sure it's tight so that it doesn't come undone. But it was getting to the point where I was getting like a slight crater in my lip from where it's a tight piercing, and now I can at least move it a little bit, which I couldn't do before. So I'm pretty sure this is just like 1mm longer, but I tell you what, it's made all the difference. But yeah, my lip feels slightly sore now, where I think the end of the bar poked the inside of the hole as it came out, and it's just made the hole go, oh shit, you know, because it's still technically a new piercing, and because it's a constantly moving piercing, because, you know, I never shut up, it takes that little bit longer to heal. You know, it's like this tattoo took longer to heal than a standard tattoo because it's on an area that moves. That area there took a lot longer to heal than I thought it was, and it's still got that shiny appearance of a brand new tattoo. Like, for example, up against that, you see the difference. You can tell that is a new tattoo, and it still feels new because it's on an area that moves, so it takes longer for it to heal. But yeah, the first thing I did was I text Callie, because Callie's the one I normally get to do all my jewellery for me, because I can't get hold of it. With these, I just can't, you know, I'm amazed that I managed to do as much as I do, but jewellery isn't one of them. And I sent her a text and I went, lip stud just fell out, help! And she didn't get it, because she was out and she didn't have the data turned on. So I thought, I'm going to have to figure this out. And at first I was just like, I'm just going to put it in and have the top ball on and she can come around and do the bottom ball for me. And I thought, no, I'm going to have a go, I'm going to have a go. And I held the ball like in there, and yeah, it went straight on. I was like, I'm brilliant. I was really, really pleased, but yeah, it does feel a little bit sore now. So yeah, haven't worn meds. I have done a little bit of dread work, mainly around the back, to sort out all the loose floofy hair, and I am filming. I have worn my hair up in a bun for most of today until it got too heavy, and then I took it down because I'm debating whether to wear my hair up or down for the wedding. I'm not sure. I haven't knit anything. I've had one glass of Coke. I haven't had a drink, and I'm not going to. And I haven't had any chips either. I had Chinese. Yum, yum, yum. I haven't crafted, well, not yet. I might do some knitting in a minute. Oops, I haven't done that. Now, what's Daryl done today? Daryl did his teeth and he made his bed. He did all that. He tidied the lounge. He's done his... So the only thing I haven't checked is the state of his bedroom. He came over a bit queer earlier, and I think with Callie's help I've actually put together what's wrong with him. He's also been sleeping quite a bit. As you guys know, he used to stay up really, really late, and it used to drive me bonkers. Those of you that have been following my channel for a while, and it used to drive me bonkers because he would be awake till 10, half 10 at night, And then I put a bit more of a routine into place. I wouldn't have the hallway light on and things like that. And when I decided to switch to homeschooling, I said part of the routine was that he would go to bed between 7 and 7:30. He can play until 8:30 because he has a clock in his room and he knows what 8:30 looks like. So you can play until 8:30, then you have to tidy your room up and then you have to turn the light off. And he was like, yeah, that's fine. And he was really, really good about it. And he would go up to 8:30 quite a lot. The past week or so, he's been turning the light off at any time from sort of, about 8 o'clock and crashing out almost immediately. And then today, when we were doing schoolwork, he came over all funny, like lost loads of colour and said he didn't feel too good. And we went, and I took him for a lay down in the end. I said, let's go and have a lie down and give him some medicine. And he said to me a short while later that he was really hungry. I think he's having a growth spurt. I really do. I think he's about to gain a couple of inches, which is just like, thank God I don't have to do school uniform, but I do need to get him a new winter coat. And I'm sort of holding off on it because I'm like, well, if I go and buy a coat and he has this fucking growth spurt, he might end up with, sleeves that end here. So I don't know whether to get him a coat and get him a larger coat, which will do him hopefully this year or next year, or whether to just wait until it gets really cold and risk maybe not being able to get one. I don't know. These are all things that I worry about. I have posted already so that I don't have to divide the video up. So yeah, that was my Doodle 9 spread that I haven't actually drawn anything on. But I did have an epiphany while I was posting it that I might do something wedding related. So I might do like a wedding bell or wedding rings even in there, being as, the wedding is in 11 days. So yeah, yes. Right, today, this way around. All in all, it's actually been really, really nice. I mean, this morning Daryl had a bath and then I've got my son Matthew staying here. I'm pretty sure I told you guys that the other day. For now, he's the second son. He's the chef. He's staying with me for a bit, and he had a bath as well. It's just been a really, really nice day. We've had the TV on after Daryl did all his homework, after that sort of little funny spell, Matt went and bought me some lunch, which was lovely. I've just had a quick chat with Callie on the video call. I think pain's probably gone down a little bit. I'll finish colouring that bit in tomorrow. Right, let's do sleep. So yeah, I didn't go to sleep early last night. That's because I had Daryl in my bed. He woke up just as I was going to bed. Mummy, I get in your bed. Oh, God. And he likes to cuddle. He loves to cuddle when he's asleep in bed. Which means I overheat because I don't do cuddling in bed. I like to be the big spoon, because then I can stick feet out and uncover my back and all of this lot. I used to hate it. It worked really, really well with Stuart because Stuart used to like to curl up into a tiny little sort of fetal positioned ball, and I would curl around him, and it worked really, really well for us because then when I got too hot, because he would disappear down under the covers, he literally slept like right underneath the covers, and then when he inevitably got hot, all he would do is just stick a foot out. Whereas I like to roll away so that I can cool down, so I would roll away from him, but Daryl tends to follow you across the bed when you do that, which is a bit like, oh my fucking God. Right, this is quite appropriate, I suppose you could say, this card that I pulled today. Those of you that have been on my Facebook know about what happened with a friend of mine recently, and I'm not going into it, okay, and I'm not discussing it. It is what it is. It's happened, that's fine, whatever. I have since then had a couple of messages from people and phone call, and I really do appreciate it. I really, really do. You know who you are. And this card is very appropriate. This is the Three of Cups. The threes in the suits are all about coming together. Cups is to do with emotions. and the 3 is about reveling in friendship. Okay, your friends are the family you do choose. Yeah, you always hear you can't choose your family, but you can choose your friends, and that's what makes your friends so great, you know, because you do have the option to choose them. You do have the option to say to them, usually, you're out of order, you're pissing me off or whatever, and it'll either make or break your friendship, you know. And if it makes it, then that's great. If it breaks it, well then, you know, your friendship obviously wasn't that great and maybe you're better off without. But friends can also become a lot closer to you than your family can do, you know. So if you are feeling a little bit lonely, a little bit down, a little bit depressed or whatever, you have friends. Reach out to your friends, talk to your friends, revel in the friendship, have a laugh with your friends, go and get a cup of tea and a slice of cake, yeah, and enjoy. But friendship is amazing. It's the family you choose. Right, what day is it? I have no idea what day it is. It's Friday the 9th. So I did loo and laundry. I was going to vacuum and I didn't. I did clean the bathroom though, so that's something. Microwave needs clean. I sorted the dishwasher. Okay, right. So I've had an idea of some extra spreads to go in here. That's gonna. I don't know if Galena went online. I don't think I'm following Galena on Twitch because I didn't get notified about it, so I need to have a look. Right. Yeah. So week after next, week Tuesday is the wedding. Okay. So I'm gonna probably do the week there, and then here we're gonna do a planning sort of spread because there are a few things that I need to do. The night before, the kids have decided that they're going to go to a local holiday park because A, that means that Callie doesn't have to leave the island during her pregnancy, which made her feel slightly anxious. B, that they wouldn't be far away if COVID regulations suddenly went mad and, you know, we all went back into lockdown. It was just a lot of reasons. They wanted to stay on the island, and the holiday park is quite cheap at this time of year, and we got a good deal. You know, we booked it a few months ago and I paid the deposit, and we actually got a really, really good deal. And they're checking in on Monday. Now the wedding's not until Tuesday, so what we're going to do is Callie's going to go and check in on the Monday. Can't check in until 4 p.m, that's the only fucking bugbear about it. So she needs to check in at 4, and they've hired like a little chalet, 2-bedroom chalet. So we're going to have the hen night in the chalet. Now I say a hen night, it's not really going to be that much of a hen night. It's going to be me and her and Daryl and her best friend. Okay. Her best friend doesn't drink an awful lot anyway, so, you know, it's going to be me really drinking because she's obviously not. And we're going to stay at the chalet with her the night before. Now Rob is probably going to stay down at the house, or he's going to go to his mum's, so he hasn't decided yet. And then he's going to get ready at his mum's the next morning, and she's going to come back here with me, and we will get ready here. We'll have the wedding, we'll go back down to the big house, we'll have the, you know, the little after party that we've got planned, and then when they're ready they will go back to the chalet for the week. Okay, they've got a car now. They've bought Alex's old car off of him, so they now have transport, which is even better because it means they can go out and about without having to walk 2 miles to the bus stop or ask me to pick them up. So, you know, they've got that little bit of freedom, which is fantastic. So yeah, and they're there until the Friday, which is lovely. So, but there are things that I need to do, like for example, I need to block her shawl. I'm baking a cake for the party. You know, I just need to get things in order in my brain as to what we're doing on the Monday and Tuesday. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave this page blank. I'm going to write wedding prep on it or something, and then I'm going to get like a load of small sticky notes and write individual things on them, so that if I think of other things to do, like for example, I'd like to do like a little what to take to the chalet, because I want to take some toys to Daryl. Obviously I need to take changes of clothes, toothbrushes, and if I don't write that down, I'll fucking forget something, because that's what I'm like. I'm the kind of person that goes on a holiday for 2 weeks and doesn't take underwear because I haven't written it on my fucking packing list. So yeah, so that will be something I will probably add to this page as well. I might even leave a double spread dependent on, you know, and then do the week after. We'll see. But yeah, if I put it on sticky notes, it means I can rearrange it until I'm happy with the order of it. You know, because it has to be in order for me to be able to process it that little bit easier, because that's just the way I work. It's all right when it's only a few items in a weekly box, but as you can see, I do try and do it in order, you know. But if I've got a lot of things on a list, I do prefer it to be in chronological order, in the order of which I plan to do the things. So like the blocking of the shawl, well, I want to do that the night before we go and stay at the chalet, and then it's got all night to be pinned out on my bed without being, you know, interfered with or having to be moved or whatever. I can shut my bedroom door, the cat can't get in there, my other son will be here to make sure that she doesn't go in there, and Darren and I can go off to the chalet and spend the night with Callie and have a bit of a party, which is great. But then I need to come home the next day, you know, Callie wants to have a bath here, we've both got to get ready, and at some point I need to think, when the fuck am I going to make this cake? So I'm probably going to have to make that on the Monday. So it's things like that that I need to write down. So for example, it's silly little things like that. So I'm going to start off by sticking these in here. And because I don't know when I'm going to do these, I'm going to put them next to each other. These aren't great sticky wise. And I've written them with a gel pen, which means they'll probably transfer. So I'm going to have to stick my paper. I need to get small post-its, that's what I need. But that's my plan for this, which I might get started over the weekend, so I'm not sure yet. But yeah, that's that. So my little envelope video went down quite well. I'm glad you guys liked it. I'm glad you liked your pretty little envelope. It's nice, isn't it? I love it. Yeah. For those of you that haven't seen it, if I remember, I'll try and link it up there in the cards. But basically, I did a video on how to do this excuse me, hidden journaling spot, if you like, you know. The idea is that you create an envelope. I fancied it up using a cutting die, and then stuck it in here, and it's also a tuck spot, which is great, you know. So that was that. I'm glad you enjoyed that. We had a takeaway last night, so I'm going to stick that in. I pulled a couple of printables out. I'm not sure which one I'm going to use. It seems a real shame to cover all of that up, doesn't it? But should it go that way or that way? Looks better that way in my book. And do I put it in the middle? I'm also thinking I might tear around to make it that little bit rougher. See, that one is far too big. Really bummed about that. Oh, there's that one. I think I'm going to use this one. I really like this one, and I think what I'm going to try and do is to tear it. I'm going to see if my little distresser works on it. Just to, probably won't because it's copy paper, not. These make an awful mess, by the way, these little distress jobbies. Yeah, all it's doing is bending the fucking top of the paper. No, all it's doing, it's better on card. It's not very good on on copy paper. So I'm just gonna the only problem with these stupid rulers is when you're trying to do the very edge, you can't see how much your ruler is overlapping, and I want to get as much of this on the page as possible, and then you don't overlap it enough and it slides. Yes, just chuck it all on a plate and chuck it in the microwave. There's a plate in the sink, it's already been washed. Huh? My son's come home a bit tipsy. He's now raiding the fridge for Chinese food. Yeah, when you're tearing, it's better to try and do it that little bit quicker, because it just, I don't know why, it really holds your ruler down. You know. It was like, your plate's microwavable. Yeah, there's a clean one already for you. Oh wow. Okay, so I'm going to use a bit of vintage photo. Grunge it up, as it were. Now I think I'm just going to put that straight on the middle. I've got my receipt there. And then I'm just going to journal straight on there. I've got this new stamp from Kelly Stamps that I haven't yet used. Let's start by sticking down the back piece. I've always, until very, very recently, been quite stingy with my gluing, and then wondering, you know, why the fuck things weren't lasting. And then I watched Johanna Cloth, and she uses like a blue glue stick that dries really well, but it just allows you, and she slathers it on and never has any trouble with anything coming unstuck. So I guess the lesson is there, to slather it on. Let's put it about there. Like so. I'm going to put my receipt there. You know, you see it on, and they sort of mess the edges up, you know. I want to do that a little bit, kind of like, I suppose it's just going to end up all like flat again, isn't it? Will it not do that because it's paper? You know, would I be better off using some card, or I don't know, whatever. Right, let's have a look, see what we've got in here. I know you're supposed to cluster in like threes, but I never seem to do that. Does it? Look worse because I don't. Do you think? You know, could you consider that? I mean, could you just consider that and that a cluster? You could do, I suppose. And then I've got 3 points of interest, haven't I? Which is apparently something else you should do. I don't know. As you can see, I'm not very good at this. Right. So I'm gonna put that one there. Where is my pokey thing? Kinda wish I'd gone around that with my ink pad. Never mind. I don't bother on the stickers because it just doesn't hold the colour. There we go. What do you think? It doesn't give me a lot of journaling space, but then I don't really have a lot to journal about. I just put a little bit in there. Love it. Yeah, really pleased with that actually. I really like that. I don't know whether to draw around that. Got my new Posca paint pens, so I think I'm going to give those a try. When I get them all out, I can put them. What was I going to put them in? Yes, I've got a little box for them. With my other Posca paint pens. Yay! So this in a Ziploc bag that I'm sure I'll put away and lose and never actually use. That's not going to hold them all, is it, at this rate? I could have done it as crosses, but then I would have been going on and off the paper, which I didn't really want to do. Right, that's all I'm going to do, otherwise I'll overdo it and ruin it because I know what I'm like. So, yeah, really pleased with that. Like that a lot. So, yeah. Okay, I'm going to leave that there, guys and girls. Hope you enjoyed that. Thank you so much for joining me today. I really do appreciate it. Please, feel free to give this video a thumbs up. If you have any comments, questions, suggestions, feedback, please do leave it down below. I love interacting with you guys, and every comment gets a like, a love, or a written response. Sometimes you get a whole conversation, which is pretty damn good. Click the book down in the corner and you will be subscribed, and if you hit the bell that then appears down below, you'll be notified when I upload new content. Thank you so much for joining me today. I really do appreciate it, and I will see you in Saturday's edition of Today in My Boo Journal. Take it easy, guys. Bye.